And that's tough. Coming off of Pro League, that of course extends their losing streak on S&D to 10. So obviously they need to break that if they really want to get anywhere close here at CWL Anaheim. Yeah, that's not great. They now have the lead for the longest losing streak. But on that note, we need to talk about Alpha, what is coming up next. And that is going to be Optic Gaming and Evil Geniuses on that main stage. Evil Geniuses coming off of a loss. Optic Gaming coming off of a Game 5 win.
So in that first series, Cap had a 0.7 and Apathy had a 0.85. Now these are guys that are traditionally some of the biggest Optic killers in the game. They need to step up not only as a leadership in the leadership role, but now individually they need to turn it around right now if they're going to make it out of this pool of winners. I know they can do it, but they need to step up. Traditionally, App is a guy that gets super strong late in the game. It's time for him to come back to that level.
I mean, they had a pre-land as well.
Yeah, to Pac-Man's point, Nameless, it's like we know that they can do it, but when are they going to begin to do that? And I mean, we've only got so many events left.
The big money's on the line. It's got to be now. They got to start to turn up now. They had a pre-land to try to fix some of their issues. You know, they were looking pretty good. So we'll see if they're able to come here and play well against Optic Gaming.
We will see indeed. We're ready to get things started. We're going to hand things over to Merc and
Get loud in here.
Thank you so much. Yes, like Nameless says, get loud in here. Excited for some fun, and I'm starting to ramp up. But Optic Gaming now on the main stage. Yep. They survived their first series. They start out 0-2. They battle back over to now. They're able to get that victory, but not the cleanest of wins, but a win's a win.
Yeah, a win's a win. I mean, I think a lot of teams struggle with that first match. There's some teams who really bring the intensity. There's others when they're sort of favorites. Maybe they're a little bit more relaxed. But yeah, I mean, Optic, all that matters is you get the Game 5 win. Then on the other side for EG, you lose in 4 to Heretics. You lose 2 hard points. You're able to win that control, but we know to beat Optic Gaming, you have to be able to win a respawn or 2, and it's gonna be tough because they're such a good search and destroy team as well. So for EG, I think like the Death said, they have pieces. It's just when are they all gonna start clicking?
Well, how much higher, I guess, was your expectation for this EG side, considering their improvements, maybe from London, they get top 16, then you have a couple of good weeks in the league where you look competitive. Did it raise it enough for you to make a run at all?
I thought they could be like a dark horse and somehow slip into like the top 6. I think the top 6 is like the ceiling for them right now.
That loss to Heretics hurts. I mean,
yeah, it actually does. Yeah, I mean, and now we're gonna take a look at our key player matchup, but it's gonna be between Karma and Attach, and yeah, you'll see Attach these last couple of weeks has been absolutely insane, but Karma, 3 rings himself. It just feels like he's the X factor for Optic Gaming.
Now he's got a chair that he can put up and down.
Yeah,
That's the first tweet I saw. He's on Charlie. He's like, I can't move the chair. I was like, all right, well, hopefully you can focus on the upcoming match, Damon. But the chance already starting for Optic Gaming. We'll take a look at the overall best of 5, kicking things off on Frequency. Hardpoint. What do you think EG's chances against Optic on this?
I mean, this is the one that Unit stole from Optic Gaming in that game number 1. It was a very close hardpoint, but I mean, Frequency and Seaside hardpoint, you're looking at your SOG duo on EG to go off. I think the Desk talked about Apathy. Apathy has to step up. He has to play well. Generally, he does play well against Optic Gaming, but you need him to hit a new level.
Well, let's see if he can do it. Attach gets 3 off the rip, and he's still going to be left standing inside the hardpoint with JCap to work with. Going to be on Optic Gaming to try and break in, but as good a break as you can ask for if you're EG, at least in the early going.
Yeah, good start for EG, but here comes TJ. TJ really, that second half of the series started to turn it around. And we know what sort of player TJ can be for Optic Gaming. For Rise last year, it just felt like when he played well, the tournament was over. They were bringing home the tournament.
Let's see if he can get into that form. TJ, between what seems to be a million players from EG, they're going to wipe out all 5 on Optic, continue to spawn them out towards that blue base. 1 team kill comes through, but not going to matter in the final scheme of things at Elevator. Now with 5 seconds left and dwindling, we'll focus on the final kills here and then shift focus over to the next hard point. 4 are gonna drop for EG. They're gonna spawn safe. So fortunately for them, no forward position from Optic Gaming to impact that back spawn. But you have early lobby control, which allows instant pressure into the hard point for Optic.
I was gonna say, the time that they died was just the worst timing because it allowed Optic to get all the position that they wanted.
Yeah, it's like 10 seconds earlier, not a big deal, right?
Yep, Krim able to find a couple of kills and those spawns are gonna flip. So Optic with a lot of mid-map control as Karma was getting pushed out towards Elevator. Krim again, didn't have the best London, but it seems like he's really starting to improve.
If you're EG, could you maybe sit more on rotation earlier so you don't get 4 down in that particular situation at Elevator?
It's a bad timing, right? You're already there. I mean, they're just trying to hold that time, and you want to hold the map, because if they're able to find the kills on Optic, they're spawning all the way out.
Well, TJ was about a kill-off streak, so that's going to be 5 down now for EG. Rotating across already is going to be Karma. Pushing out towards Catwalk will be Dashy as they start to pounce on the early setup from EG once again. Apathy falls off the map. Dashy and TJ pick up a kill. That'll be 3 down, but the spawn's still safe for now.
Yeah, Apathy did that on purpose. Yeah, he
try and get the safe
all
spawn
the way
back
out.
blue.
Yep, and he's able. He probably got to call out. Hey, I have the back spawns. Crim, though, once again, it just feels like every time he's pops up in that kill feed, it's 2 kills. He's 9-4 with that ICR. Great start for him, but here comes EG getting right back into the hill.
They're getting back into it, but once again, back-to-back base hills. It's like Optic Gaming are there to contest instantly, right? Like there's no comfort time for EG. They rack up so much through the first hard point. Now found it so difficult across the bases. 3 kills for Optic. Gaming, Karma able to line up 2, and the contest fest inside continues, but still a tight battle. 17-point advantage to Optic Gaming. Players starting to build towards these specialists. Crim6 and TJ leading the way for Optic Gaming with 11 apiece right now. Scump, a bit of a slow start, but you expect him to start to turn it around as the game gets going.
Yeah, and the guy we talked about for EG, Apathy, 18 engagements already, very quick, but decent at 7-12. As EG will get early control. Attach, we saw the stats. I mean, he was in such good form those couple of weeks. Phantoms as well. He's got the SOG in hand, not able to find that second kill. Yeah, the pinch now being set up for Optic. You have Scump on one side, the others all spawning near those inner pipes.
And Attach has been a thorn in the side of Optic Gaming on more than one occasion over the past 3 to 4 years. He's gonna get the lightning, gonna go ahead and ping it immediately. One right on top of him, not enough in the clip, so TJ able to give him the shake and bake as he lines up 2. EG, 10-point advantage, but it's gonna be Optic Gaming in the hard point. And I've been excited to see what Phantoms is going to be able to do, because I think he was one of the shining stars for them in that 2-week stretch as TJ continues snap after snap, kill after kill. 14-10, getting it done to the SOG roll for Optic Gaming.
Yeah, but EG able to get that lead. It's going to be about 5 points. You have Tatch, Apathy, able to get inside that elevator control. So a good rotation right there for EG. They should be able to rack up a lot of time. Scump with some nice shots with that SOG on an Exotic and allow him to push on up. You have Optic really in mid-map. This is not where you want to be. A nice setup from Evil Geniuses early on. We'll see if they can hold it as Exotic comes off spawn, able to play TJ.
And you got to think right now, you've got, what, 60 or so of your points from Elevator if you're EG. You dominated it in the first setup, but that's going to be 5 down. Optic Gaming with the big breakthrough is now they can enjoy some of their first points really at this particular hard point in the first set of the second rotations. EG gonna go ahead and opt to rotate heavily towards the next hard point. They were doing that with 30+ seconds on the clock. They need to be more comfortable this time at Orange. We saw them get punished with the late deaths last time. Can they clean it up this time around as Optic Gaming now retake the lead?
It's always tougher though on that second rotation, and that's just due to specialists being loaded in. I mean, on the side of Optic, you have the Grab Slam, Dashy with the Tempest, Crim as well, having such a good game. He already has the Purifier. As well, the kills on rotation starting to come in. JCap able to find that kill on the Karma, should slow things down, and now you have Attach with the Tempest, but he's gonna get taken down.
25 off streaks is Crim6. Can he get to the objective? Could he find any kills? Dashy with those 2 may have found the opening. Karma comes in with a Grab Slam that hits nothing but air. The chance for the Hellstorm still here. The help comes in the form of Scump. 2 SOGs pushing the back, but no Hellstorm gonna come in as we've got all but a tie game. Exotic now reflanking from mid, wins a couple of one-on-ones. It clears that side out. Phantoms and JCap do Optic dirty in the back. And that'll get EG back in front as 4 drop for Optic, and now they'll be able to set up on the other side for Blue. But pushing Catwalk side, it's Attached and Exotic trying to find an opening. Only kill they locate, though, is behind the cluster. Every gunfight goes to Optic.
Yeah, I mean, you saw what EG was trying to do. With 25 seconds, they were trying to get mid-map. They were trying to flood those spawns. Apathy goes for the Grab Slam. Not going to connect, and well, that's going to be a waste. All of it gone from his meter.
Oh, wow.
Now you have TJ already pushed up inside Elevator. A great setup here at this blue base.
Well, yeah, so we
nobody in the hill.
We need 3 kills for Taco. So far, 2 of our Grab Slams have come up empty. One doesn't even get through. But how many times have you seen this where it's been 4 or 5 down for EG in the kill feed? Now TAC 5 comes in from Optic Gaming. They've got the slaying edge as TJ, Dashy, and Crim6 really dominating, near +10 for Crim right now. Scump though, the POV we're on, he's 270 off, but as he slides out, Attach able to line them all up.
I mean, Attach right now, 24 and 14. Every time we talk to Attach, he loves playing Optic. There's some people who hate it. There's some people who just, I mean, they fall in love with it. They love the pressure. Well, once again, he's stepping on up. Can he find Streaks? Able to find the Lightning, not able to find the second. A nice gunfight win by Scump. But Phantom's on this rotation, trying to cut Optic Gaming down. Still a very close game. It feels like no one able to really push out an edge.
They get broken. Attach will have this streak. They're going to bring the War Machine in instantly. And Exotic has to back down for a moment as he gets tagged up heavily. It's Blackjacket across the board, and the grenades do just about nothing. Crimsix, he gets one, but doing his best Scraps impersonation with a lightning strike is going to take 2 of his teammates out as well. But he gets, what, 1 with the lightning strike, 2 cut down with the ICR. And that's enough to get them out of the hard point, but Attach going to respond with a lightning strike of his own. Behind that, they'll get in for just a moment, but the number's still here for Optic Gaming. Apathy doing his best to even the odds. Another team kill comes through for Crimsix, but right after it, he kills 2 more with the ICR. So the human turret just shooting, blowing up everything right now.
And it reminds me of a lot of, well, it was what Octane did against them. Like, the way he's playing right now, he's playing those lanes so well. With that ICR, it's tough to do. And I know Crim didn't have the best London, but you know he's wanted to improve since that. And maybe they switch up their play style and try to get him a little bit more comfortable as he is now.
Another team kill for Crim6, but
that's fine.
Well, he followed up with 2 more almost, but not able to cook everybody. But TJ there to answer. 2 in a row for him. Could be a third. The hip fire, good enough. Is Optic Gaming now trying to build out their biggest lead of this match, and Dashy now going to go ahead and infuse the Tempest into this sequence. Connects with the hip fire, another one through, 160 off of Streaks, and that's enough to get him closer. His teammates rallying behind him as Optic looking to close out this game. Can he connect on 1 more shots to bring the Streaks to fruition?
EG focusing on this rotation. Crim's got a little bit of help. He's going to clean up that kill, but the rest of EG starting to push middle of the map. That's going to be Attach inside of Orange. I think some bad timing for both of these players. They're going back and forth. Crim will get caught, but Dash going to call in the Lightning to help win this rotation towards the back. Does connect with JCap, but EG, even with this streak, still able to maintain control.
He's still trying to see if he can get this Hellstorm, trying to jiggle, waiting for the help, but it's not going to come through in time. Scump will ultimately get it, but not before Dashy falls. Dashy sitting at 27 and 16, and Crimsix a monster game at 33 and 19. Attach some clean shots with the ICR from that front orange base. Another Optic Gaming member pushing towards Streaks, though, as Scump has found himself in a position to make a play. 4 kills in a row. Needs the help to come in. TJ gets the 2 entries, finds a breathing room for Scump to come in, but the timing could not be worse as JCap slides across. He's able to shut down 2 players. 33 more points needed for Optic, but it's EG currently in control of the hard point.
I mean, with these 15 seconds, it's going to be about a 10-point game. Again, EG just won't let go, and I mean, you got to give credit to Attach right now. 34 and 22. Yes, Phantoms is having a solid game, but it's all on Dylan Attach. He's having such a good game 1, but it comes down to this rotation. Can they break? Optic with the setup that they want towards this blue side. All of EG trying to flood through this elevator side.
TJ's got that War Machine up top, so with 2 grenades remaining, making it so difficult for them to push. There he's able to pick up 2. Dashy, a pair as well. EG all spawning out towards pipes, trying to rally across the map. But now, just 10 seconds needed for Optic Gaming to close this out. Dashy patrolling elevator, continues to make the play. Karma getting it done in and around the hard point, and that should seal the deal. Optic in map 1. Be able to clean up some of the mistakes from the first series. They lost that frequency, and I saw the guys outside briefly. I think Teep said that we have to be winning frequency hardpoint if we're going to win this weekend. They're able to get it done. But before we hop into map 2, we'll check out the other matches. Katie, it's all you.
Thank you, Maven. And of course, we are going to be your desk for these 3 days. I'm your host, Katie Bedford, joined by Nameless, Study, and Pac-Man. We're going to jump right into Charlie. That is going to be Heretics and Units, moving things along there. For the last couple of matches, you see a 3-0, a 3-0, and a 3-0. Of course, on Bravo, if you missed it, Genji did 3-0 Envy. But now here you have it on Charlie. Units versus Heretics.
People before this tournament were saying that Crim didn't have the best London. Well, he came out. He came out here today, frying.
Yeah, he's firing.
He was going.
Cylinders.
Yeah, he's going off.
ICR the whole time.
I talked to Krim backstage. He said they came out. He said it felt like his team had the jitters in that first match against Units. They just came out so slow in the middle of the series. They just turned up, and then right there, we saw more of that.
But Attach as well was having a very good map.
He's the only one positive.
Yeah, he was winning a lot of his gunfights. Yeah, he was running Maddox, pretty much just going off. But and Krim was frying, and then I looked over and I saw Dash. He was like 38-18 as well. And TJ was going off. Like everybody on Optic's playing pretty good right now. Karma obviously having not the best map, but I mean you don't need all 5 to be dominated to win a map. So if Crim6 is playing like that, it's gonna be tough to beat them. That was like Octane level ICR gameplay. Jumping in here, Units had a pretty good game against Optic Gaming. I mean, getting all the way to Game 5 against one of the best teams in the game, especially after how they performed during their 2 weeks. Got to be feeling pretty decent about it. Heretics coming off a big win.
Yeah, they're just running into probably a really confident Heretics team. They just beat Evil Geniuses, and this is Heretics game mode. This is what they were winning in the league. They were winning both hard points consistently after their role switch, and then they do it again. Heretics looking to improve on that, man. That top 8, top 6.
I mean, even during the league, like what they were doing in that second week was just winning both hard points and closing out that Game 5. And their first game here, they won 3-1. So it's a little bit different, a little bit of improvement on the side of Heretics, making it a little bit easier, less stressful.
Well, that's also our question with Heretics, right? Like, what can they do? How good can they become? You know, can they stop with the role switches? Can they kind of settle into themselves, settle into a unit, and continue on? But at the same time, Units looking for a win. Lost in that Game 5 to Optic Gaming, but on that note, Optic was on the main stage, so we're gonna get back over there to map 2 with Morgan Maven.
Thank you so much, Katie. Exciting to see the action going down across the board, but we'll get back to our series here. Optic, EG, obviously Optic heavily favored within this series, but they get it done in the map 1. But we haven't been so worried about then the response. Can they get back to that Vegas form in Search and Destroy where TJ and Dashy dominated? The reason they were picked up in the first place.
Well, it was in London. They did play very well at Search and Destroy in London. I think the problem just came down to honestly just losing a couple of close respawns. And I thought it was interesting before we ran to the desk. It was about frequency hardpoint. And what that says to me is they're expecting to play frequency NC United against 100 Thieves. We did see that. So, yeah, I think Teep's right. That frequency hardpoint is going to be a lot of their future series.
Frequency's big. We know 100 Thieves was putting a lot of time into payload search. Like these guys aren't necessarily, they're not prepping for this match. They're prepping for late Saturday night, Sunday is what they're focused on when it comes to the map pools. But where you iron things out, where you improve, where you clean it up is over the course of your pool play when you're a team of the caliber of Optic Gaming.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting on the side of Evil Geniuses. We didn't really touch on it in-game, but I don't know, Exotic running that second SOG. I don't know if we saw a lot of that at the Pro League, but he was such a solid Maddox player where maybe it's one of those situations where we're trying to need a little bit more firepower on our SOG duo, putting Cap back to the Maddox where he's, you know, a bit more comfortable. But Cap has to produce. He has to slay with the Maddox. Attach was doing it. Phantoms had a solid Game 1. The other 3 maybe just a little bit lost.
We've learned that your Maddoxes have to put up numbers like that. That's literally what you're on the map to do. Go ahead and stat, get streaks, fire on all cylinders. That's what you've got to do. We'll pay attention to it a little bit more once we get into the control, when we get into the map 4, but for now it's going to be Search and Destroy over to Hacienda. We'll get right back into things. Defense first for Optic. We'll look at the opening push coming in from EG, and it's a heavy influence through top holes and mid-map. Karma somehow wins that first gunfight, but the trade does come in. JCap through top halls. As soon as anyone finds a kill, the trade seems to be there instantaneously. Now with 3 versus 3. Optic Gaming stacked towards bottom bar and backside of A. EG grouping up for a push towards B. Bomb starting to get planted now, Joe.
Yeah, a little crossfire set up by JCap and Phantoms. Once again a trade, but bomb planted. Both gonna back on up here. You have JCap with this ICR. They're gonna play from garage. Now we know with this position, you cannot check the bomb defuse. So they are gambling on the fact that Optic will not hop this bomb. They're both playing very slow, very similar style. Looks like Exotic's trying to get top hall pressure. Based off that timing, Krim just got the worst timing ever.
Like twice.
Yeah, that allowed Exotic to just check the bomb. Krim gonna get taken down. Now a 1 versus 2 for Scump, and Exotic with the Maddox gonna find both.
Yeah. When he gave up the window, he missed him cross. When he gave up the hall, he missed him cross back the window, and then he gets in a position to take him down. That's a frustrating sequence from Krim, who took over the map 1, but COD can be a game of timings.
Well, I mean, they just know if they're not gonna play pushed up towards the rock side, they're playing around the hall check, right? Because again, you cannot see it from the garage side of the map unless you're pushed up. So they know they're gonna plant for top hall. Krim's just playing, he's waiting for it. Great job, just some bad timings.
Nice play from Exotic to then clutch up and get both. Big round from him and JCap as they clutch in the 2v2 and account for 4 of the 5 kills. Phantom's first blood. Is there a trade there for Optic? Hasn't happened yet as Apathy tries to sneak in from Rock. Scump able to answer. And back and forth we go once again. Karma gives him the edge. TJ makes that edge even deeper. 4 versus 2 now. Exotic, does he have another clutch in him? Not that time. TJ ready and waiting, connects with his shots. And then Karma ends the round as Optic Gaming quickly and swiftly answered round 2.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the timings with Crim that last round, but we just saw it this round as well for Scump to find that timing on Apathy. That's the 2nd round in a row where Apathy, he just gets caught out. He's the first person dying for the side of EG. You want that guy to find the first bloods, not get blooded, get some bad timing, allows Optic to play with those numbers.
TJ Haley, the S&D superstar brought onto this team. You saw his prowess, his ability, his skill last year with Rise, and he's a big part of why Optic Gaming has been able to win a major this year. Now, can they get a second is the question, the elusive question. This weekend, Crim 6 going to be your spotter towards A. It's a heavy hit from EG. And they're just going to go ahead, play behind the plant. Crim, for now, able to get away with his life. Apathy hit to 18 HP. Is anyone able to fly in behind that? It's TJ that's able to do it and get the entry. Exotic is still here, connects on a nice stun, attach. Phantoms through on the kill feed as well. And when the dust settles, it's Scump and Karma. Last 2 up. Nice one-on-one win from Scump.
They still have some time to work with.
He's got a concussion as well.
And EG don't have a lot of map position. They're in a tough spot where the trades sometimes can go bad, but not that time. EG respond. But yeah, just came around that connector area. I mean, if you're going to give up that bomb site the way Optic does, you're hoping Crim doesn't. If Faithy does it, he stays alive. But it just comes down to connector, and Apathy was able to stay up. Great job having Flak Jacket.
And we'll have to see if Optic continue to play their defenses like that towards Zaylee. They give up the free plant. They're playing the 5v5 retake. Obviously, doesn't go their way in lopsided fashion. So how do they adjust to that over the course of the game? And we've seen so many different types of retakes on the side, like a 3-man flank towards well.
Yep.
Everybody hitting through shed, trying to flood through connector. They might just continue to give it up and kind of shift focus on how those hits come in. But we'll keep an eye on that as we get deeper into it.
EG playing aggressive, maybe able to find Optic Gaming out here. 3 players are out. Phantom, that's another first blood for him, doing such a great job, and that's a bit of a blind counter where Optic just gets caught. Apathy, he's going to find Scump, so a 4 versus 2 very early on in this round. TJ trying to work the flank, but they've already wrapped on back.
I think Scump was getting aim assist on about 2 or 3 players there. Just you saw him kept re-snapping, trying to stick, but Apathy with a nice strafe wouldn't allow it. Now they push out. Crim 6, he'll drop it back well. A superb round there from EG. They get a ton of offense. They play it aggressively towards A on the defensive end. And they get 3 down before it even becomes interesting.
Yeah, just sometimes that's the way Search and Destroy works, right? Your timings, your calls, just, hey, sometimes they go your way. They're able to find Optic there. And usually around that fences area, we see a lot of trades, but it was clean. I mean, Phantoms opens it up. And
Scump was the only one that maybe had a chance to make it interesting, right? If he can get both of those kills in front of him, might become a round, but that was the only POV we really saw with a chance. Phantoms, who's had, a couple first bloods back-to-back, is 375 off the streak. The same can be said for Attach, but he's going to get sawed out. 2v3 now for EG. All on Apathy, and a quick, decisive round from Optic Gaming.
And it feels like Optic really know the way that EG want to play this map, because that's a second offense, that we've already seen from Evil Geniuses, where a lot of heavy mid presence, right at top halls, and we've seen Optic 3 to 4 stack it multiple times, always having players in that position, like we see TJ here, just being able to drop at this low bar. Apathy is in a spot maybe to win a gunfight, but TJ able to come out on top.
I get a feeling we'll see EG back to the quick A plant next offensive round, and we'll see how Optic deal.
You are known as for being a master strategist.
I've been told that. I've been told that, Joe, yeah.
High IQ.
Yeah, really high IQ for Search and Destroy. EG, 3-2 edge. We'll now look at the minimap to see how Optic want to set this up. Bomb carrier out towards the B site. Another 4 stack into mid halls. Backing down the players from EG immediately, and across bottom mid go 2 players. It's going to be TJ trying to look for the entries. The hipfire is going to connect, but there's one more player there to deal with. The crossfire comes through. That gets lined up by 3 different players from EG, so they deal with the bottom bar push, which is not the easiest scenario from their side on defense, but they're able to come out of it unscathed.
I mean, Optic have had these guys trapped. The guys on the bomb site, though, they just haven't pushed on up. Attach, that's a back cluster. It's going to take down Apathy, but Attach responds with one of his own on Optic Gaming. So a 4 versus 3 with the bombs being planted. JCap just backs down, waits for his teammates to rotate. Now they can play with their numbers.
Attach with another huge kill. The team kill doesn't matter when you're lined up everybody else. JCap with a big one-on-one versus Dashy. Crimsix, though, 2 in a row for him, and now going to be a 1 versus 2. Just trying to get the heal back to full HP. Can he get the slide across and get to 150? Yes, he can. Takes another one-on-one.
Found a SOG. He found a SOG.
First Phantoms backs down, but the wall bang from the ICR comes through, and Phantoms saves them there. Because that would have been, what, a 1v3, 1v4?
1v4 out of Crim. I mean, JCap and Phantoms were just too slow. I just thought they had Crim. He was down to 50 HP. He was waiting for the heal, and they just waited.
That got very, very scary from EG. I thought Attach got himself out of that team kill, but then Crimsix almost with the 1v4, lining up for him.
That was right here. He just had so much time. Phantoms was still rotating through that balcony.
I thought he was going to get hit on the crosshair so he wouldn't get the full heal, but he gets the timing. Guns JCap.
I thought after he found the SOG, it was over. I thought it was done.
Phantoms clutches up. But nearly. An incredible round from Crimsix. We already saw, what, the Z1v4 in our last series. Yeah, it looks like EG is going to get back to the A push. Let's see if they try to get this down quickly, but look at the difference now from Optic Gaming. It isn't just Crimsix here by himself. This time they're going to be far more aggressive. No easy plan for EG this time around. JCap hit the 22 HP, but it's Phantoms with another first blood. Dashy top hauls makes the play, but EG still have the odds in their favor. Crimsix and Dashy now falls to them in a 2 versus 3.
Oh, Crim in such a sneaky spot. Maybe just buying time for Dashy. Now they can pinch. Dashy gonna find the bomb planet, knows there's one in connector. Gonna force a 1 versus 1, but it's Phantoms who's 10 and 3 on a 5 spree right now.
Can he clutch again? Can he clutch again? 40 seconds on the clock. Phantoms, Dashy hunting, the timing, the streaks, and another clutch from Phantoms. Whether it's the first bloods or the final kills, he is taking over this map too.
And I think the thing with Optic is they sort of get set up, but they don't put the pressure on EG, right? They're just waiting. The ICRs are hitting them with the wall bangs. They're waiting for Dashy to go on that flank. Crim made a heads-up play just to stay alive. But just with the numbers, EG able to win it.
And he's never been phased by Optic. Wasn't he on that, remember that GG Conquest team like 3 years ago that made the open run? They got in pools with Optic. I think you and I casted together. Maybe Jack back then.
Yeah,
I remember, dude, he's
not
born
phased
for this. He's not
sure.
phased at all. Look at his performance. He's 11 and 3, Joe.
Yep, for sure.
Gonna ping.
He's gonna use the ice pick to get those streaks. So talk about those specialists and what you're gonna use. While we don't see Vision, Pulse, and Search and Destroy, Phantom's now gonna use the Lightning Strike that he's able to earn this round. It's gonna force TJ into JCap, so now a 5 versus 3.
Sensational map 2 from EG. Optic falling 1 by 1. Crimsix isolated in the back, and now it's Dashy 1 versus 4. Final round needed for EG. Still a hellstorm to go, and of course, it's Phantoms that closes it out with the crisp shots from the ICR. Our series now tied, and that was a brilliant display to Search and Destroy from EG.
Yeah, it was. But again, like looking at Matt Vito's, this was probably EG's pick, right? They're able to win that. We saw what happened in the series earlier with Optic. They go to the game 5. They're able to win their Search and Destroy. So just the map picks right now, really paying off for both of these teams.
Well, now a series that's guaranteed itself a map 4, maybe potential to go the distance. But the question now for Control, for Hardpoint, can EG come up with a respawn win? It was Attach. That was the superstar for EG in map 1. They're gonna need more of that. Maybe Exotic to take over, but it's Control coming up next. Series, all square.
The Call of Duty World League is presented by PlayStation 4, the official platform of the CWL. And Republic of Gamers, the official monitor of the CWL.
Game Fuel. Level up the game.
Welcome back. Optic EG tied up at 1 apiece. It's a comfortable victory there for EG in the search and destroy. They take it 6-2. Phantoms has a monster performance, but now we'll get back to a respawn. We'll see if Optic can retain control of this or if EG can get a steal.
Yeah, and I mean, for EG, you like to see Phantoms really step up in that game 2. Now, can he carry it over into game 3? In that game 1, it was all attached, but he needs some help. And then on the side of Optic Gaming, you're going to a frequency control. You know, I remember there a couple of weeks in the Pro League, they were, you know, toying around with a couple of different picks. Maybe this was one they improved on after those Pro League weeks.
Well, what's going to be kind of scary, I mean, if you think back to like the hard point, there were so many scenarios that EG fell into those 4 or 5 down.
Yep.
On a map like this, you get wrecked if that is how it plays out. So they've really got to be mindful of that type of result in these team fights. Optic instantly onto A. Apathy is trying to work the flank, but Dashy reads him like a book and able to pick him from top balcony.
EG just trying to get map control right now, get inside the base of Optic Gaming. Yes, the ticks are coming through, but they know if they get map position, they can give themselves a life advantage. They can hold 1. So Zone A is going to go to Optic Gaming. Well, Optic just right off of that 3 send. It's basically the same thing. It's a mirror push on both ends. You have 3 players from Optic Gaming in the EG base, and the same thing on the opposite end. EG, though, able to get a couple of spawn kills. The players from EG that are spawning up towards the back. Really, JCap just trying to stay alive.
That was huge from Karma, though.
Yep.
Crimson gets picked, and then Karma deletes all of the forward pressure from EG. All 3 get dropped, and now Optic Gaming onto the point and trophy out towards B. TJ trying to do damage on the other side, doesn't get the cluster out, but it's Scump there with the trades. Karma picks up the flank. Nobody there really to stack it with him yet, because Scump is going to continue to hold that back elbow. Dashy's going to move into the point with him. Everything going to come flying towards Scump. Can he at least get 1? He absolutely can. Phantoms trades it out, but they've got to get in. 2 bits of progress now done from Optic. 1 more bar needed. Only 2 players really in striking distance now, but Shakecap from bottom mid. Then might see the opener they need. The contest comes in at the last second. Attach makes the play. Scump is still here, but still, is there any presence from EG? Nobody close enough, and TJ will be the last man standing.
Well, it's one of those situations again where 4 go down, right? I mean, Karma finds 3, someone else on, you know, near that zone's able to win a gunfight, and then you have all the map position that you want if you're Optic Gaming.
That just can't happen. Like if you're going to
this play cannot happen.
If you're going to play these spawn kills, great job. You killed Crim6. You can't have the next guy up smoke 3. Yeah, that just can't happen, because that completely flipped the entire round. Because as they drop, they go back to spawn instantly onto the point is the remaining players from Optic Gaming. Plus you have Scump and TJ pushed up, and they're able to trade well. It just collapsed there. You got to get that kill, and if you're not going to play that aggressive, then back it up towards the point so you at least help your teammates.
See now if EG can respond with an offensive win of their own. They're going to go towards this B side up first, and well, that's a good call because there's 3 members of Optic towards A. Bit of a retake situation now, but the trades are good for Optic. They have him in map control, and well, it's a bit of a split. It's JCap trying to get inside A.
I think Karma feels like he can win a one-on-one against just about anybody right now, in fantastic form with that Maddox in hand. 1 point on B, the first point done at A as well. Optic Gaming opt to push it out. Phantoms takes 1 with him before he drops. And I don't think they're going to get anybody in to stop this, so you're going to retain a marginal life advantage if you're EG.
Well, this gets scary
you're
now,
this transition. Yeah,
this transition where Attach is able to find a couple of kills, but another one. That one-on-one has to be won by Exotic. Instead, it's not.
Dude.
And Karma's able to find 2. He's just having fun right now, 11-4 from the GOAT.
Yeah, I don't think he is lacking in any confidence right now against anybody on EG. He finally falls, but it's a big moment. It's that pivotal moment at the midway point after the first part where Karma goes huge. Now, you still have a ton of time. There's a minute 50 on the clock for EG. You've got a 3 life advantage, so it's not done, but you could have maybe put your foot on the throat of Optic a little bit earlier if it's not for Karma making that play.
Yeah, Attach finds 2 top mid. That's what you want, because that opens up an easy transition to B, and instead now you're fighting for map control. I mean, you have Dashy in your base, you have Karma, who is just top middle. Phantoms does take the long route, able to find 1, so this will start the push now for EG.
Scump looking like it's Skulker on or something for a second there. Just crouched, trying to make a play, a little snake around the edge. He's at least able to get 1 as he's prone from that position. EG still retain that life advantage, and they're now onto the point. Next swarm from Optic Gaming in. I think they're holding a cluster or a frag grenade in the back, but JCap's going to connect on 1 of his own. Dashy, TJ, there's the openers, but now only half a bar needed for EG. The contest comes in from Optic Gaming. Crim6 with the KN, only one before he falls, but the rest of his team able to now pick up the slack. EG gonna have to look for this next push. You still have 70 seconds remaining.
And I think during that play, I mean, it was attached, it was holding top middle, and that's what you want if you're the attacking team. If you control top mid, the only place they can come from is those pipes, right? You can watch over that. But I think TJ won a big one-on-one against Attach, allowed them to retake. But here comes the push. All of EG, and Dashy with 3! A Kobe and a half as he's able to find that. Now you have life advantage for Optic.
Well, that's one way to flip around on its head. Bruce makes the play. Now, can they close out the round? You only need one more bar in the objective for EG, but you're all square in the lives department. This is their final push. 30 seconds now on the clock. Karma has grab slam if things get desperate.
Oh, the timing, almost able to snap on the Phantoms.
They have a 5-4 and they gotta go. They're able to isolate Crim6. TJ wins his one-on-one, but is that gonna be enough? You still haven't got in towards the point of your EG. TJ goes huge. Scump in on the effort as well. 3 players remaining for EG. 2 left for EG. And what a hold this has been from Optic Gaming. What a grenade out of Dashy. And that's a 2-0 edge.
Really, it was TJ right there at the end. Found 3 kills. I'm not exactly sure where he was.
Well, you had a bunch of
moments. I think bottom middle, but...
Yeah, the Karma play in the first transition. You had the Dashy nade to bring the lives a lot closer. Yep. And then you had TJ. Yeah, he got, what, 3 or 4 in those final moments? So, yeah, you can break that round into a couple of different segments where it feels like the edge went to Optic each time.
Those trades just have to be there in these respawns, right? It was happening on our point. It's happening here on Control.
Tac 5 to open things up for Optic. Gets Scump even closer to Streaks as he's now 2-10 off.
Well, in that first round, it was just so good out of Optic that a lot of specialists aren't really up for EG. There hasn't been a lot of kills on the map. You have Karma with the grab slam, Tac 5, Dashy with the Tempest, but the side of EG, you have nothing right now.
Could be a very early A capture unless EG can get in. It's contested. There's one player left from either side. So one-on-one. It's J Cappers. TJ. TJ comes out on top.
This for Streaks.
He gets him. There's the point. There's the Streaks. Scump has a lightning, I believe, as well to work with. So you've got a 2-0 edge. You got the first point. You've got 3 Streaks. Apply pressure to the jugular now of EG and close this out if you're Optic Gaming. You're gonna have to hold for 2 minutes if you're EG and deal with a barrage of Streaks.
Well, and he's gonna ping the lightning. That's gonna allow EG. Well, they're gonna have to push into the pipes, but that opens up middle, and you see Karma, TJ, they just fly on through. It gets them off the point. So now you have a lot of separation from Evil Geniuses. You have one player, though, in this spawn, Apathy. He can really be the difference maker, but the spawns actually come up near the pipes. It's gonna allow Optic to get on it. 1 tick is in.
Not able to finish that second tick. Phantoms and company come in to clear it out. Up 1 life, but the scary part, all of those Streaks still here, and you gotta think they may be now used as an entry. Are they still gonna call it in with Scump dropping? They are. So TJ calls in the lightning strike, funnels them all in, but they're still able to get the kills. He picks up 1, but it's Attach and Apathy able to make the play. Then J-Cap with a nice grenade. Attach flies forward to Maddox. Attach runs through Optic Gaming towards that back lane. Now a 6 life advantage. EG can do this despite all the Streaks, despite the early capture point. They can take this round 3.
Yeah, well, they're in the position to take the round 2 as well, but it was Optic who clutched on up, and this is the problem. 3 go down. You see Attach, he's gonna pull out the Tempest, but he's trying to stay alive. Optic, they're gonna stack the point. It's gonna start to go quicker and quicker. 2 ticks in. The Tempest, though, able to connect with 2.
They're still in the objective, though. Somebody's got to get in and contest, and now they're able to get in. 3 kills in the kill feed for EG. Attach. Tempest still locked and loaded. Dashy almost caught on the other end of things with his Tempest out. Hits the hip fire, but not going to be enough as there's a flood of 4 players towards that back elbow. Scump and Crim try to pick up the pieces. 4 versus 8 now. No respawns remaining for Optic Gaming. They only need half a point. The teamwork's got to be off.
They have all the map control. They're here.
4v6, and there's the point. There's the 3-0, and that'll get us to a map 4 with a 2-1 edge for Optic Gaming.
I don't know what happened to EG there towards the end, but they had the numbers, they had the advantage, and Optic they just get right on that point. They only needed 1 more tick.
think they tried to get pretty aggressive towards elbow, and I thought they were going to push right through him. I think it was Krim and Scump that come up with 3 between them. And all of those clutch scenarios, it was Optic Gaming time and time again, and a big part of why they get that map 3 victory. But to bring you the other action from Anaheim, we'll get it right back over to the desk.
Thank you, Merc and Maven. There we go, on to our map 4 there on Alpha soon enough. But Optic Gaming keeping a 2-1 lead, and so far Crim 6 having seemingly a really good series. I mean, playing very strong. And we've seen a lot out of Attach as well, but Pac, on the side of Evil Geniuses, is there anyone that you've seen who's kind of showing up a little more, or App and Cap maybe a little sleepy still?
No, I mean, the whole team needs to step up around Attach. Attach has had a pretty good series so far, but it's not enough. Optic's firing on all cylinders. Their teamwork and the response has been phenomenal so far. So for EG to step up, everyone on the team needs to actually come up with something, some type of game plan, some type of teamwork, because right now it's not showing. You cannot rely on one guy to beat a team like Optic Gaming. It's just way too difficult. They're too good from top to bottom.
One thing that we saw is Exotic's running Assault. He was their best Maddox player before. Then obviously with some role switches, you put Attach back at the Maddox role. He's putting on an absolute show. But Exotic was that superstar before even Attach was on the team. So he's going to need to perform a lot better with this new role that he has.
Nameless, do role switches coming into an event usually worry you for a team when you see that?
Yeah, they definitely do, especially if a team's sort of on the upswing, right? Like, if your team's not playing that good and you make a role switch, it's like, okay, you can be forgiven, you're trying to figure things out. Evil Geniuses was looking pretty solid. Phantoms was playing the best Call of Duty he's ever played, and, you know, he had a good search and destroy, but he hasn't been at that same level that he was during the Pro League. So, yeah, you know, role switches can throw off your entire team dynamic, and in this control, I mean, this is a little bit too easy for Optic Gaming to just roll right through them. They had, it was 6 to 11 kill count right here, but
This should be an EG win, though, right?
Yeah.
Full map control, like Joe said, he doesn't really know. How does this fall apart for Evil Geniuses?
They overchallenge inside of elbow and outer, and then they die, and you know what happens? Optic gets inside, they only need 1 tick.
Okay, so right there, all you just saw was an example of bad teamwork and bad communication. Yeah. Each and every person got picked individually. There were no trades. Crim 6 should not be able to get killed that easily on a player running away, trying to save his life. After his teammates gave away their lives for free, that should not happen when you have a life lead plus map control. You should be set up and ready, and that's why you see Attach reacting. He knows that they just messed that up.
And you have to realize also in control, like a lot of teams will look up at that kill count and be like, okay, 5 to 10. We have an entire squad. We can all die and come back and play. Well, no, when there's 1 tick left, if a team has 1 push, that's all they need, because if they 4-hop that, it's going to go up instantaneously. So they just made a clerical error and it cost them.
All right, that's enough of us. We're ready to get into map 4. We're going to hand it back over to our casters, Merc and Maven.
Thank you, Katie. All right, we'll see if Optic can close it out here, if EG can get us to a 5th map. You feel good if they can get there based on the game 2, but also that was their map choice, like you mentioned. Can they step up down the seaside? They played Optic tough in that map 1, but that map 3 was painful at times.
I always just think, like, I don't know, Seaside is a very good map for Optic Gaming. I always just think about Vegas, just there was a lot of close games, but they clutched on up. You know, they've strayed away from it back and forth, but it's always been in their arsenal. And when you have as good as a SOG duo as they have with TJ and Scum, it's tough to play these guys. And that's what the desk was talking about. You know, we talked about the role changes with Exotic using that SOG. You need Exotic and Apathy to play at a very high level.
Karma now on the flank. Should be a couple lining up for him. It doesn't spot the player to his right, and it's Attach that'll make him pay. EG into the hard point first. Kremsik looking for the long line of sight with the ICR, at least able to back down Attach. The flanker and Optic once again be able to be picked up, so a nice opening from EG. We saw this in the map 1. They started strong, but then struggled to find time behind that. Can they keep it going this time around?
They can already see number 10, that's Phantom, starting to rotate towards that courtyard. Sorry, the Optic actually go for this one more time. And it comes down to a 1 versus 1 for the scrap time. Dashy's gonna have some help, so Optic are gonna have to go all the way around towards that backside of Church, because, well, EG, they're set up in barrels right now, trying to set up for hill number 2.
So far, so good for EG. It'll be Optic trying to battle back as we head to courtyard. Let's get to an Astro Gaming listening with Optic Gaming.
Front church.
We're gonna play the back. Play the back, yo.
Yeah, Phantom's in closet on me. Oh, there's 2 church. Or 2 barrels. There's 1 4 barrels, 1 guy hill.
Let's go.
The other guy's 4 barrels.
He dipped somewhere. You want shoulders some shit.
Yeah, watch your tiny.
I need it all. Tiny.
Hold long, I got short.
They're choking church.
Oh, yo, 2 barrels, 1 long. 1 long. 3 long. Watch your tiny.
I got one. Nice. One more long.
Watch that blue Phantom in the left corner. Really weak.
We
spawn church.
Church.
Start flipping.
Yeah, let's push through.
Going.
I'm gonna go right, bro.
Yeah,
I'm going right fast. I'm going right fast.
You can go. Hold on, come with you.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 hit this. They 2 in barrels.
Gotta get that.
Another one left door, Seth.
All the way out, bro.
Oh, he's 10.
He's gonna spawn behind us.
Cap's 10.
Will you spawn maybe, Seth?
On the steps.
We spawned.
I got flushed.
Attach window dead.
Go, I'm going around teach.
Go around, put on, waiting. Those guys are spawning out, go quick.
Yo, I don't know where Cap is.
Put him.
Yo,
They ran to the
back statue. Back statue.
He's secret, Porter.
Alright, I'm looking secret.
First spawn out. Yeah, I spawned all the way out of the road. I spawned all the way out of the road.
Secret. I have orange. In the back, Cap. I gotta reload.
He's spawning first, I think.
Yeah, dirt after that. Dirt.
On the back dead.
Big one.
That's dirt. He jumped up dirt.
I have your help. Yo, back ramp.
The comms on point is Optic Gaming trying to get set up for Fountain. One player still remaining from the EG side, and that is Exotic. But a good job from Optic pushing through from old, setting this up and getting the early time at Fountain.
Yeah, I mean, there was just a number of different layers of the spawns on the map, right? It was like 2 of EG towards the back. They get taken down. Optic's trying to hold on to the back. They're able to really hold off the first push of Evil Geniuses, give them the back spawn, and yeah, now you're in a very good position to give yourself about a 50-point lead into barrels.
I thought those comms were really solid, though. That entire sequence, not panicked. Basically, only pertinent information throughout the course of that relay to the Fountain hardpoint. And a big part of why Optic Gaming now secure a 40-point advantage in this map 4. But now we'll get to barrels. Apathy, the point man for EG. Try to slide back and forth, but the push comes in from Optic, and this is a chance for them to get back-to-back hard points. It's going to be EG now spawning out at all. That just can't happen. Optic Gaming an opportunity to really push open a big lead here, Joe.
Yeah, Dashi in with those frags. Been so effective, able to snap onto the third as well, just lining them on up. Krim on the other side, and then you have a situation once again where 5 go down. Dashi working on streaks, TJ as well, he's only 300 away. And you just take a look at the side of Evil Geniuses, nobody in particular playing well, and that's what us in the desk talked about. They have to step up, they have to play at a higher level in these respawns.
Just feels like they don't have enough firepower against a team like this to get it done, and we kind of knew that coming in, but I think you're really getting a highlight of exactly what the issue is for them to compete at the absolute high level. As Optic do chain together 2 hard points, lead continues to grow, up to 90 now when a lightning strike comes in. It goes through, picks up 1, TJ gonna fall to that as well. Attach and Apathy gonna do what they can to at least slow the onslaught from Optic Gaming. A chance for more streaks though as we switch POVs over to Scump. He's 170 off and patrolling mid-map. He gets a little bit of help and stays up with 10 HP. Dashi bails him out of that one. 1 more kill needed, trying to use Dashi as bait, slides in and takes damage. Dashi once again his guardian angel. Now can he get the streaks behind it?
Yeah, he's just playing for that time, right? I mean, you're 20 points away from Rio. He's just juggling it back and forth. Plus finds attack 5. That's gonna be full streaks. And very soon, a 100-point lead for Optic Gaming. Scum now starting to get pushed on up, able to find 1. JCap does respond, but with 7, whoa, what in the? Grim. Gonna bounce off Apathy, somehow get the melee, plus they have rotation. This has now been about 4 or 5 hills in a row that Optic have just dominated on rotation.
Oh, the scoreboard is going to reflect that. Now, this is where last time EG seemed to have the early setup, but it was Optic Gaming that were able to break in easily and really start that run.
Well, now you got streaks, right? Scum can just set that up. They're gonna get inside barrels. I like this play. Put TJ in there. Apathy, though, not gonna find 3 tacos, but does find 2. But with TJ's position, they set the pinch, and there we go. Beautifully done from Optic.
Now eclipsing the 170 point mark. Lead still hovering around 100. I know here we've seen so many comebacks on C side, but Optic Gaming has controlled the tempo from the get-go. Dashi, 21 in 7, 5 kills in a row, looking to add more streaks to the already growing arsenal for Optic Gaming. And he can get it with the objective time here. Doesn't look like anybody else is gonna push, but now the scary part, if you're EG, you're likely gonna have 3 streaks available for Optic Gaming, so no amount of early control is really gonna bail you out of that.
JCap, yeah, I'd say JCap able to find 2. Exotic can attach as well, so they do have the back spawns, but yeah, you still have 2 more lightning strikes that Optic Gaming has to work with. They spawn pretty far across the map towards that church side.
Yeah, I mean, if you're EG, that 4 down from that scenario buys you a good 15, 20 seconds that Optic Gaming now have to hightail it across the map. Just looking to get in a position where they can pop one of these streaks, and that's exactly what they're gonna do now. Lightning is gonna come in, Phantoms eats 1 and somehow stays up. JCap will get caught at the back tank, but Phantom's still gonna be here, and Phantom's in this power position at the back barrel. trying to shut them down. Now the collapse from Optic Gaming coming through. Will it be enough to get in, or can EG hold on? Optic, for their part, at least able to get into the hard point and get tested, make sure EG can't really begin that rally with a flawless hold at Fountain.
Yeah, this has been a great life, though, by Phantom. So much patience, helping out his teammate. He's 55 points away now. We talk about comebacks.
He needs ammo.
Yeah, he needs streaks and he needs ammo. He's gonna try to get in the barrels. He'll find the 50 points as soon as this new hill pops. Maybe the trophy can help him out. Now, potentially a big play from Attach with this Tempest.
If the run's gonna happen, it has to happen right now from EG. He's able to connect on the shot. How many will that drop? It's gonna be none. 4 kills come through for Optic Gaming. That may be the dagger there into barrels, as they now just need 30 points to close this out. You still have the Lightning on Scump. The venue starting to get fired up as they can taste the victory for Optic waiting in the wind.
Yeah, I mean, Phantoms, he does have the Lightning, but it's not going to be very effective inside of barrels. If it's another hill, maybe there's an opportunity for EG to get back into it. Karma will get taken down, but Optic, they still have control. They can win it right here. 9 seconds needed to win this series 3-1.
Still plenty of time to do it. That should be it. The final kill will come in. I don't think anyone can get there in time. 2 matches played for Optic, 2 wins on the board. Now, Joe, I know we didn't get to see a lot of that first series. We were casting when they were matched up against Denial. We know it's that Game 5 comeback reverse sweep, but what do you see from Optic Gaming in this particular matchup?
I mean, fundamentally, their respawns were on point, right? I mean, that's just what it came down to. It felt like their teamwork was thriving, and you had a couple of big plays when you needed them. But I mean, every single time it felt like EG, when they got broken, everyone lost individual fights. It's just what it came down to. Like, you know, it was 4 to 5 down at a time. It was just too many easy breaks for Optic Gaming. I think Heretics later on in that main stage match will be a tougher match, especially in the respawns. I guess one key takeaway, you know, it's 2 drop searches so far for Optic, but they can make those improvements overnight.
And what's interesting, though, you and I were kind of talking about it. Like, when we went into London, obviously the polls were kind of crazy because the roster mania happened before that. This looked to be a little bit more standard with regards to polls, and to my knowledge, we really haven't had that big upset yet. Like, everything sort of seems to be going as planned thus far. But it's only day 1 here of Anaheim, and now on stage for your PlayStation Instant Reaction, we've got Crim6.
Thank you, Clint. How does it feel to be here at Anaheim?
Good. You know, we've been here for like 6 years, so, or actually, way more than that. I've been here since Halo Reach. Halo Reach, the best Halo. Yeah, but we just played EG. S&D, Phantom's just shooting through every wall. I hate you for ruining that 1v4. I hate you. No, that would have, like, I don't clutch with an ICR, so that would have been cool, but yeah, no, team played great.
Is there anything that you need to address with that S&D?
Just suck less. I don't know. We just got smoked, so.
Fair enough. Well, finally in your pool, you've also got Heretics and Units, so what are you thinking about those teams?
Well, we just beat Units. They went up 2-0, and they sort of like caught us off guard, and I don't know, we came back and won after Alex started shooting bodies, so don't shoot bodies. Don't shoot bodies. None of you guys. Don't shoot bodies.
All right, great advice. Well, thank you so much. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction. Over to Katie at the desk.
All right, guys, you heard it from Crim6. Do not shoot bodies. Congratulations to Optic Gaming on that 3-1 win there on the main stage, sending their wins to 2 for the day. I, of course, am your host, Katie Bedford, joined by Nameless, Study, and Pac-Man, I think.
Teams with Karma. Karma has clips of just laying in the bodies for like 10 minutes.
Straight to the body.
Him and Temp's interviews are my favorite by far.
You just never know what Crim's going to say.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know what he's going to say.
Reach.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, enough of Crim.